going on YouTube? Kigerr here, and in today's video we're going to be talking about tips and tricks to help you progress with your guild in Legends of Neverland. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so this is the guild page. So what you're going to notice is we have only a couple things to really work with. The Bureau, Main Hall, Activity Venue, Welfare Bureau, and Guild Shop. Starting off with the Guild Shop, this is just where you use the currency we're going to be talking about how to get and buy things for yourself. This is primarily where you're going to get the skill reset orb and the hot spring outfit if that's what you want. Other options to buy are in my shop video from about a week ago. The link will be down below. Next, we'll talk about the Welfare Bureau. So as you hit milestones, you will get a red packet to send out your Ang Pao, and you send it out to your guild, and the first 15 people that hit accept or in the bottom left hand corner open it will get sapphires, the blue crystals, random percentage of it. So on this one up here, first award 100. So in the course of 15 people, each of them will get a random amount of the full 100. So as you see, there's a lot of sapphires to go around, and if you're one of the first 15 to open it, you will get part of that payout. Then we look at activity venue. So this is activity for everything, but what we really want to look at is guild quest, guild boss, and I mean, we'll talk about all of them. But guild quest, starting off over here, this is how you get the guild currency that we just talked about, as well as guild mileage. Mileage goes towards the leaderboard of who's #1 guild. So if we take a look at this, you get 3 guild quests a day. You have to come in here, accept them, and then do them. And as you see, you'll get guild contribution and mileage for completing each of these. And at the top right hand corner, there is a leaderboard. Then we, let's just talk in order. Then we have guild boss. This is the most interesting one right here because this is your damage bunch. And what happens here is at 7:40 server time, you go in with your alliance. You have 5 minutes. It actually starts at 7:45, and your alliance beats up the guild boss. Now, how they determine who is the best guild on this is you take down block bars in the first couple minutes of the fight. And as you take down shield bars, your alliance gets items added to the auction, which we'll talk about in a moment. So, and it also scales based off of the people that you have in there. So if you have a bunch of level 130s, then it's going to be scaled to the 130 content. If you have a bunch of weaker people, it'll be scaled down to their level. So you take down as many as you can. Depending on the day, there will be an element tied to the boss. If it's weak to earth that day and you have earth fairies on, you'll do additional damage. There's no bonus like we talked about in the last video, where if you have 4 earth fairies, you do 80% damage like in the elemental realm. It is just the normal 30% for weakness advantage. Then you can actually see the ranking. The one thing with it right now is it only does it for the day. So at 7:45, you go and you kill it. About 7:55-ish, then everyone will be here. Rankings for the guilds, your individual damage within your guild, and then individual damage within the server. So you can kind of see where you fall and everything. Then we'll talk about Guild War. Guild War is an interesting game mode. It is set up at the beginning of the week of who you're going to fight against. Bam, 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 bam. And some people get really confused of how do I enter Guild War. Now, let's say we are on the 11th, and then we're against low standards of the first match. from 8 to 8:17. You would click this top right hand corner, the little page with the magnifying glass to the right of it, and it'll take you there. And at the very bottom, if you're within those time frames, it'll say enter. There is a limit of 30v30, and what happens here is you go in, and there's 4 small crystals, one at each corner, and then a purple crystal in the middle that's a bigger crystal. As you hit these crystals, they will lose HP, and they will also drop crystals. So the idea is people hit the crystals, and then other people go around and pick them up. Now remember, this is guild v guild, so as you're hitting the crystals and collecting crystals, the opposite team is going to be trying to do the same thing. This will also be in waves, so it'll be a wave of crystals, then there's a countdown, then wave of crystals, countdown, then boss. The boss will either spawn on the left or the right. There is no rhyme or reason. It's a random chance. Whoever gets the final shot on the boss gets a huge amount of points. The first to 5,401 wins. And then if you get the last hit on the boss, then you get to transform into the boss, Pinata, and walk around hitting people. At the spawn area, right when you start, in the top left-hand corner, before everything begins, there is a ball that you can interact with that'll give you a random buff for the match. You can keep hitting it multiple times till you get the buff you wish. It'll be things like movement speed, super armor, pierce rate, shield at every 20 or 30 seconds, things like that. And as you see, you will get rewards based off of victory or loss. There will also be, at the end of the week, there will also be a payout for win or as your rankings. So, Bureau activity. Then we have Gloomy Realm. Gloomy Realm is an interesting one. And what happens here is you go in and you clear rooms. So as you'll see, we actually skipped several interactions. All of the red things right there are interactions. It will take up pressure to take out these rooms. Now, it wants you to go in with allies, because as you add allies to your team, up to 3 additional allies, 4 in a group, then the required pressure for each of these things goes lower. And the game plan, which my guild has done, is we kind of rush through only the things needed to get down to final challenge. And what happens here is it's a boss. At the top right there, a boss spawns every 15 seconds. And then you go and you kill him. He's actually kind of weak. And as long as you have one person in the party with you, it'll be 250 pressure. As you see in the bottom right hand corner, the max is 1000 pressure. So you go, you kill it, you get rewards in a chest, and you can do it 4 times a day. You can help other people get theirs as well, so they can get it for lower pressure. Also, people have been skipping this, is on each of these floors, you will see the blue shopping icon. These are shops. They will either be a shop for Sapphire, which will be things from that you can acquire from fishing, things like that. I do not recommend buying from them. But there will also be gold shops, all of their items being for gold. I recommend perusing through those, as gold is not a huge bottleneck in this game. Then back to guild activity. Bathing Beach on the far right. It starts at 7:30 p.m. server time. You go in, and when you get there, it'll give you experience every 10 seconds. It lasts for 10 minutes, and in the top right hand corner, it'll tell you how much percentage of that experience you're getting. Starts at 100%, maxes out at 200%. Right next to the percentage, you can click a plus icon, and you can either add oils to the bath, up to 5 times for gold and up to 5 times for sapphire. Each one adds a percentage to that experience, capping out at 200%, but they also give you the guild contribution. So if you just want contribution and you're already at 200%, you can just do the gold. As I said, gold is kind of free right now in the game. And the sapphire I would recommend holding back on unless you don't have enough people to cap the experience. Then there will be a quiz with 6 questions about your guild. Who's the newest person? How many interns do you have? Who gets paid the most? Things like that. And as you get correct answers, you get contribution and pattern dust. If you get at least 4 of the 6 questions correct, you will be able to roll lucky dice, which whoever gets in the top 10 gets rewards in the mail based off of where they are in the top 10. Next, we'll talk about the main hall. Not much actually happens at the main hall. You can keep an eye of where the experience is with your alliance and what happen, your guild, and what happens as you level. As you see, we currently at level 10 have a max of 96 members and 2 deputies, and the position that I'm in is 51 sapphire, which we'll get into. And then once we get to 11, then it'll be max members 100, 3 guild deputies, and my position gets paid more to 55. Then we talk about the actual positions. So as you see, this is the breakdown: director, leader, deputies, ministers, and guild sweetie. And as far as what they do, it is right here. So as you'll see at the far right, it actually tells you what they get paid. Director and guild leader get paid the same amount, and if you are the director as well as the guild leader at the same time, you do not get paid extra. So it is beneficial to both of you to delegate that resource to someone else. Deputies can do almost everything else that leaders can do. They just can't rename the guild. Then ministers, all they can do is mail the guild members, and everyone else is just a title. Ordinary members, when you get added, once you kill, I believe it's 300 enemies around your level, you will automatically be put up to elite, which as you see gets paid a little bit more. Sweetie is just a fun little title. Nothing actually happens besides you get paid 3 more sapphire at the end of the week. Ministers, as I said, their only thing is they can send out mail. And at the far right, you can see who applies to the guild. So that's what's going on with all the guild activities, a breakdown of what they are, and what I suggest you should do with those resources. Let me know in the comment section down below if you like this video and what you would like to see next time. And if you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comment section down below. Leave a like, comment. Till next time, guys.